Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 1990's Represent. We're finishing up our first cycle of 1993, and we're ending this first cycle with Doom, the classic first-person shooter game from id Software, an iconic game, a very influential game, at least as far as first-person shooters go, and just PC gaming in general. It's still an awesome game. We have some quick notes here to go over the game, and then, of course, we'll be doing some gameplay as well. So let me grab this notebook here, figure out where we're at. All right, there we are. So Doom, first released December 10th, 1993. Very early kind of 3D graphics. They did Wolfenstein 3D and Spirit Destiny, I think, like the year before. And then they did Doom, completely different kind of like visual style over Wolfenstein, like much darker, grittier, obviously sci-fi themed as well. But kind of a weird like 2D, 3D hybrid, because I think a lot of the stuff in the game is still sprites. So it's like partly 2D, but they did the sprites from like various angles. So when the stuff moves, it looks like it is moving like in like three like dimensions. It's kind of like a really cool thing because they're like I don't think they're really models. They're basically like I said, three like sprites that have been done in this kind of like middle ground where it's like not quite 3D, but it's also different than 2D, and it's actually like really cool because it kind of got them to be able to have the game be playable and not have it just be like I don't even know like how advanced like 3D graphics, at least for like computers, would have been at the time that weren't like like computers for like making movies or stuff like that. So really interesting kind of early 3D graphics. Like I have a little kind of short story. It's not related to Doom, but it's related to Wolfenstein, and it was about the about shareware. So shareware, I think it's still around. They're still a thing. I haven't really used shareware in a while, but shareware, like I remember, this was like 1993. I think that's the first time I played Wolfenstein, and somebody was like, "Oh yeah, like if you go to like this like office supply store, like in town, they have this one office supply store, like a local independent kind of mom and pop shop, had some computer software, like a small aisle for computer software, like desktop publishing, kind of like just like very basic like bookkeeping stuff, like Lotus 123. We're talking like DOS, maybe like Windows 3.1 era at this time. But they had a small rack of computer games that were floppy disks, $2 or $3 a piece or something like that, and they were shareware to where you could basically play them, give them to like a friend of yours, they could play them. But they were kind of limited versions of the game. So with Wolfenstein, it was only like the first like episode. So it'd be like, hey, if you like this game, send like $20 to id Software to get the full game, and we'll mail it to you. That kind of thing. That was one of the things I remember getting, like a really weird like football game that way, where basically it was like a top-down view of the football field with X's and O's that would like match, and then you would pick plays and play the game that way. That was pretty interesting. That one, like, obviously Wolfenstein was a better game, but the football game was actually pretty good too. But in 19, I want to say it was like 1994, 1995. I didn't play Doom until then, but I had an issue of like Computer World or one of those computer magazines, and it came with a CD with basically a shareware version of Doom on it, and I played through like basically the first like campaign multiple times just because it was kind of like it was free. I could play through it. You can still like do all the cool cheat codes, IDKFA, IDDQD. If you know, you know. But anyway, like Infinite IDKFA is every weapon, all the keys, full armor. IDDQD is basically God mode. So when we get into the game, we'll probably be using some of those codes too. But I was able to play through that first campaign just a ton because it like it was really cool. We're talking, I was probably playing it in DOS or something like that, or yeah, because it was off of a Windows 3.1. Probably using DOS, but that was how I experienced Doom for the first time. I didn't buy the full game until like a little bit after that, or when Doom 2 came out, or whatever it was. Because I think Doom was 93, Doom 2 was 94. Quake was like 96, Quake and Duke Nukem. But ended up getting like the full game like years and years later. But I had a lot of fun just with that, basically that one first like shareware version of Doom and Wolfenstein. So really cool little fun little story there. Funny thing, there was like basically an office supply store that had this whole rack of these like shareware like floppy disks. So basically, the team mostly responsible for this game is John Carmack, who basically did like a lot of the engine building. Yeah, Tom Hall, John Romero, and Sandy Peterson. They basically, like I said, this game heavily influenced first-person shooters. I think to the point where shooters that came out within the same time period, like after this, were just called Doom clones. So like a lot of other first-person shooters were basically just called Doom clones. I think there was like some stat where it wasn't until 1998 where the term first-person shooter was then had kind of eclipsed calling a first-person shooter just a straight-up Doom clone. So a lot of them play very similarly, but a lot of them like were like there's like Star Wars Dark Forces had a first-person shooter. There's obviously Duke Nukem 3D. Duke Nukem 3D is awesome. I'll probably be doing that when we get to 1996. I had a ton of fun playing that one too. But there was like Shadow Warrior, a bunch of other like Quake. Even though Quake is by the same people, but it's our same company. But a lot of this, I think Doom just heavily kind of inspired and influenced basically all those other games. Apparently, after making Wolfenstein, they were going to want to do their next game. They were talking about doing another Commander Keen game. So it did Commander Keen, which is basically like platformers. I think I actually had, speaking of Commander Keen, I think I had one of the Commander Keen shareware discs from that store as well. Or not discs, floppy. Yeah, it was still a disc, but not like a CD, but floppy. But yeah, shareware version of that. But they basically thought Commander Keen didn't really work well with like the 3D engine. So they went and just did another shooter, but they wanted it to be darker, they wanted it to be grittier. Apparently, it was kind of inspired by like their D&D campaigns. According to my research, like their D&D campaigns heavily influenced the game. And I guess they kind of also said they wanted something that was kind of like a mix between Evil Dead 2 and Aliens. And that kind of works because you've got like the demonic stuff like the Deadites in Evil Dead, but then you have like the sci-fi element and like kind of like the kind of like space marine aspect of Aliens with Doom Guy and kind of like the locations that you're battling on. Because it's cool because you start off on Mars, and as you progress through the game, you actually will eventually get to Hell. Apparently, the name of the game initially, like the working title, was called Green and Pissed. So that was like its working title. And I think John Carmack then changed the name to Doom. And apparently it was based on a quote off of I think Tom Cruise, it's a Tom Cruise and Paul Newman movie, The Color of Money. And there's a guy he's like, and the quote is, what do you got in there? The guy's like, in here? Like, question mark, Doom. So just calling it Doom. Doom's a really cool name because it's basically, it describes basically the entire game with one just like 4-letter, like very short word. So it's really cool. The art direction is really cool because apparently they actually built a lot of these models like actually like out of like real materials and then photographed those models from like different angles and then basically used obviously computers to make the sprites. And like I said earlier, the sprites are kind of these they're not quite 3D, but like when the stuff moves, it looks like it's moving in 3D because they did the pictures of these things from all these various angles. They use stop motion animation on a lot of those models as well to kind of animate them in the game. Like I said, Doom clone. And now that is going to do it for this portion of the video. We are now going to move into the gameplay, and we'll be right back with that. It's going to be a blast. Doom, like I said, it still holds up, and it's still a lot of fun. So we'll be right back with the gameplay. All right, and we are back in Doom. We're going to do a single-player game here. We're going to do a new game. And we'll do, so we have 4 campaigns here. I think the initial game had 3 campaigns, and I think My Flesh Consumed is the one that was in Final Doom, maybe? That came out a couple years later. But we'll do Knee Deep in the Dead. We'll do Hurt Me Plenty. Kind of standard. And there we go, the classic, just Doom music. Music in this game is amazing. It's some of the best video game music I think ever. Remember there was that whole meme called NEDM on You're a Mad Now Dog back in the day, which was basically somebody uploaded a video, somebody doing something really terrible with Doom music, and they're like, hey, but it's got Doom music. And they're like, NEDM means not even Doom music makes this acceptable. But here we go. One really cool thing about this game is it basically has speed running built in with their par times. I'm definitely not going to make it because I think the par on this level is like 30 seconds. I think I've done it with as low of a time as like 20 seconds. Or 23 seconds or something. There's the imp. There we go. Alright, so mid 18, 29, par is 30 seconds. Just gotta vibe on that music for a bit. Alright, here we go. Let's mess around with some cheat codes here. All weapons, and let's do God mode. I like when we put it on God mode, his eyes turn yellow. But yeah, we got the chainsaw. Awesome weapon. One of my favorite guns in the game is just the straight up shotgun. For some reason I love shotguns in first person shooters. I think my appreciation for shotguns I can like clearly link back to Terminator 2 and just with the sawed off shotgun in that movie. We got the shotgun, what else we got? We got the minigun. Of course, the classic exploding barrels. Red key card I already have. This is the cheat code. But we got then the rocket launcher. And I know basically if you do that without God mode, you'd basically be taking a ton of damage from that. But rocket launcher. There's the BFG. I don't think you get the BFG with the regular just all gun code. I think you only get that if you type in the God mode or obviously earn the weapon straight up, but we got the I think this is like a lightning gun. Or it might be plasma. I forget exactly what it's supposed to be, but yeah, the BFG is awesome. Let's just BFG. Essentially, it's like a room, like a room clearing weapon, basically. Grab some weapons. Yeah, this is the end of the level, I think. Okay, next, entering the refinery. And just listen to that music. Of course, that Space Marine's gonna interrupt the music, but yeah, Doom's music is just amazing. Get all the keys. We're good to go there. But yeah, there's several levels in the game where you have to get one key in order to unlock another key. So basically, you have to get keys, unlock different keys, and so on. So yeah, with that code, you can bypass a lot of the level that way. Because I think you probably get the red first, and then the blue, and then I think the higher up levels use, like, yellow keys. So, beat the par time, but we cheated to do it, so... If we went through the level in order and got the right keys in order, we wouldn't have gotten that par time. Command control, alright. Ah, that music! Iconic. Rocket launcher. Like the hazard suit or biological suit. Yes, there is the yellow key card. I don't know, is there a way back up if you jump down there? Oh yeah, there's stairs. Because I don't think you can jump in this game. I think it's that early that jumping wasn't a thing. So yeah, there's definitely something needed with that yellow key card to get this little bridge to activate. Alright, let's at least try to get through this level without cheating to get the code, the cards. We gotta go that way. Oh yeah, so we got the blue one. Yeah, there's the weird, I forget what those things are called, but... Alright, there's the yellow key card. So yeah, have yellow, I guess red as well. I don't know if the red key card is used at this level, but yeah, that stuff's still down. Oh wait, I thought I saw a switch back here. There we go. Oh. Phobos lab, alright. And I don't know if Doom 1 or if it's just Doom 2 that has the double barrel shotgun, because I think that may have been 2. I don't recall if you can get that in 1 or not. So yellow key card for that room. It might not be worth going. I mean, I have God mode on, so it probably doesn't matter, but I don't know if they want you going in there. That might not be the way to go. Okay, going in there brings the bridge up. Alright, cool. Don't have the key card yet. We're getting shot at. Alright, so we got the yellow card. No, it's not that one. Okay, this is the starting area here. Alright, there we go. Oh, I forgot about the invisible enemies. Yeah, they got one of those invisible pig things or whatever it was. Okay, once that's on, it can't be turned off. Oh, that drops it, okay. Alright, we gotta... Okay. Alright, we'll try to get on this one then. Nope, same thing. I don't think there's anything else we could really do in here. Okay, let's see where we gotta go now. Oh, here we are. Okay, blue key, we got the blue card. And they did a really cool thing with like lighting in this game where just these flickering lights just creates this kind of like very like tense atmosphere because like the whole name of the game is Doom, so... Oh, we got one of those guys in front of me, that's why I can't move. Let's just get more ammo. Oh, there we are. I'm not doing too well finding the secret areas, but it's kind of whatever. Let's see if we can go to the last level in this campaign here. There is a level select, right? Hangar. Hangar, nuclear. Yeah, I think Anomaly is the last level. Because I think this is the boss level. Or it might not be. Or the last level of this campaign, of this possible campaign, possibly. Oh, there's putting the rocket a little too close to myself. Alright, God mode back on. Yeah, that's the boss I'm talking about. These two things. I'm trapped now in here. Oh no, I guess I'm not trapped. Alright, it's fine. Blast that fool with the BFG. Alright. Yeah, and I think, yeah, this is the last level of the first campaign. And then it goes, you have 2 other campaigns to go after from there. Yeah, now we're in hell. And yeah, this version I've been using is I think the most recent version on Steam, so it does have some more like quality of life improvements over like the DOS version. But this has been Doom, again, one of the greatest games of all time, heavily influential in the first-person shooter genre. There's a Cyber Demon, the awesome Cyber Demon, and whatever the eyeball things are called. But that's going to do it for this video. So remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll be back again in a few days, starting our first cycle of 1994. Really looking forward to that. But until then, thanks again for watching. Take care and have a good one. See ya.